Today we're going to review the prime factorization using the factor tree and getting it to just the prime factors, and that's as far as you go. So like the first one, write the prime factorization of 4, use exponents when appropriate. You start with the number 4, and I arrow down my factor tree. And what are the factors of 4?
2 and 2.
So 2 and 2. So then I need to rewrite it with an exponent. So what would be mine? How would I write it? I would write 2
to the second power.
Okay.
2 squared.
Let's start practicing saying squared. So let's say 2 squared. So when I fill it in on the computer, you're going to type 2, or on your iPad, and then you hit this button, the blue button on the left, squared, and hit submit.
What's that other word for?
This other one we'll use next.
Okay.
So write the prime factorization of 18. So if I was to do the prime factorization of 18, we write 18. 2 factors of 18.
9 and 2.
Okay, if you didn't know where to start, just think it's an even number. So I've got 9 and 2. Are one of these prime?
Yes.
The 2 is prime. So circle it. 9 is not. What are the 2 factors? 3 and 3. Circle those.
3 cubed.
Okay.
3 squared.
Someone's already saying 3 squared, but we have to make sure we go from least to greatest. So you need to start with the 2 times 3 squared. So now watch up here as I do it on my computer.
And the dot is the multiplication.
You would say 2, the dot, you use this dot on the multiplication, for your multiplication sign, times 3, and then I'm going to hit the button with the square. Okay? On your iPad, it's going to come up. When you're using your iPad, a bottom screen will come up and it will have these choices on the top left-hand side. But there will also be a decimal point on the bottom. Don't get confused. Don't use a decimal point in place of the multiplication dot. They are different. So now on your whiteboards, why don't you try and do 15. Find the factorization of 15.
That was easy.
I need to see your whiteboards, whether you're done or not. Let me see your whiteboard. I need to see everybody's whiteboards. Okay, some of us are not writing real big. You need to write real big. You need to know your factors. What are we going to use? What can I get to?
5 and 3.
Someone said 5 and 3. That's fine that I put it there first. But when I rewrite it, it needs to go
3 and 5.
And are they prime?
Yep.
Yes.
So then I'm done. So I'm typing the 3
So this would work perfect.
times 5. Write the prime factorization of 9.
What,
9. Don't forget to go all the way. Don't forget to finish it. Some of us are forgetting to finish it, to even make it more simple at the end. Eyes on the board. Several of you, and I just kept, okay, a bunch of you I kept saying, don't forget to finish it. Okay, don't forget to finish it. That should include you in to looking at your whiteboard. Many of you just did this, and you stopped. This is not the answer. You can't just say it's 3 times 3. You have to say it is 3 squared. If you don't, you're going to get them counted incorrectly because that's not the correct way to do factorization. Prime factorization of 2. Do the prime factorization of 2. I want to see what you can do on your board. Two. Okay, I have some people getting confused, like, you can't do it. Then
Yes,
I
you
think,
can.
well, okay, well, I know it's 1 times 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
But
1 is not, it's neither composite nor prime, it's in its own little category. So when you say, when a number is prime,
you just can't do it.
the prime factorization is just that number.
That's what I was thinking.
So the prime factorization of 2 is just 2. So that's what you would put down. 2.
You put 1 and 2.
It's not 1 and 2 because 1 is not prime.
Maddie, why you
Prime
put 1 and 2?
factorization of 6. And the prime factorization of 6 would be what?
2 times 3.
Not 3 times 2.
2 times 3.
2 times 3. You have to go at least 2 grade.
I was close enough.
Littlest to biggest. Littlest to biggest. 32.
Prime factorization of 32.
Oh, this is this.
If you're at home, you should be trying to do this also. Let me see your boards on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Whether how far you got or not. Okay. Let's say, if you guys notice, I put 32 up here twice. Because I'm going to show you 2 ways that you can do this. Because there's more than one way, as long as you get down to the final answer. So, what did you use for your first 2?
4 and 8.
And that's what I would have normally done too, because I know my facts. Okay, I know 4 times 8 is 32. But then I also realized that 4 and 8 are not prime numbers. So I'm going to keep factoring them out with just 2 times 2, which is 4. Those are prime, so I'm going to circle.
And then 4 and 2.
And then 2 times 4,
And
And then,
circle the 2.
2 and 2.
And then 4 was 2 and 2.
and then you circle that too.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I have 2 to the
Fifth power.
5th. But now watch it this way. Let's just say I don't know my facts, but I know it's an even number. So what can I divide it by?
2 and 16.
2, right. 2 times 16. 2 is prime. Then I know 16 is also an even number, so I'm going to do 2 and
8.
8. Circle the 2, that's prime.
4 and 2.
8 is an even number, so I'm going to do 2 and 4. Circle the 2. And then 2 times 2. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's still 2 to the
Fifth power.
5th power. I get the final answer, but there's different ways to get it. As long as you're making sure you keep going until your numbers are prime. Write the prime factorization of 30. This will be our last one together because we've already passed 55.
32? 30. 30?
30. Prime factorization of 30.
I can go quick.
As long as you get one. If there's still time, find another way. On the count of 3, I need to see your boards. 1, 2, 3.
I think I did it when I rolled all three. I started at 7.
Okay, that's fine. That we're all right. Eyes on me and ears. Okay. I'm going to start by saying I don't know my facts, but I know it's an even number, so I'm going to start with 2 and
15.
15. Let's say this person knows their facts, or doesn't know their facts still, but they know it ends in a 0.
10 and 3.
So they're going to do 3 and 10. This person knows their facts,
5 and 6.
5 and 6. Does it make a difference which way they start?
No, ma'am.
Not at all. 2 is prime. So then to get 15 it is 3 and 5. 3 is prime. To get 10 you get 5 times 2 or 2 times 5. Those are prime. 5 is prime. To get 6,
3 and 2. And
2 and 3 or 3 and 2. The only difference that you have to make sure, do we have 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 5? Make sure it is in that order. 2 times 3 times 5, because it needs to be least to greatest. Your assignment is to go to IXL and do the A2. It is not on your IXL list that I gave you. Please freeze. You're going to complete A2 to where this smart
Pardon the interruption. Just wanted to remind everyone
Says
that
80. Go ahead.
bus riders, you guys will be going out the front doors today, not